truthfully, I think Jesse Ventura was better on television getting himself over as a color commentator than he was as a color commentator, if that makes sense to you. See where I'm going with this? Bobby was a better color commentator. Jesse was better to stand there and get himself over with fucking Vince.
I disagree.
I
think Jesse is the best heel color commentator wrestling ever had. And he was just so good. Him and Monsoon is even better than him and McMahon, but they only did the big event, so it was even more special. But I think Ventura's great. Heenan, I wasn't crazy about Heenan after a certain point. Dutch Mantel's the guy who gets overlooked in terms of heel commentators.
Well, I'll agree with that. I will definitely agree with that. I guess, well, part of it is I probably saw more, obviously saw more Heenan, but I saw more of Vince and Jesse just doing their stand-ups and their skits than I ever, because I didn't watch that much WWF. But I didn't think that Ventura came off like he was. I saw a lot of his WCW shit. I didn't think he came off as very interested in anything going on, and it was about getting Jesse over, and Jesse was star of that, and that's the way he basically the deal he got in WCW, and JR was thrilled because Ventura didn't want to prepare anything. He just walked on and did whatever the fuck, and but that's. Jesse was a stronger personality than Bobby because Bobby was there to get the show over as a color guy.
What'd you think of Michael Hayes as a heel commentator?
Better as a heel wrestler. No, Michael, I love you. Michael did a good job. I don't see any problems with Michael's work.
Okay.
I think once endorsement. Well, once again, it was just. A lot of those guys could get themselves over, but you couldn't ever forget that it was them talking rather when it was time to call the matches and shit. They were, I don't know, but Hayes tried harder than Jesse did to get other shit over.
You said it before. You didn't see a lot of Jesse from when he started in 85 until 1990. I'm assuming you would have seen very, very little WWE.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you then that. If you feel this strongly about it, I will revisit my opinion whenever I have a chance to watch Jesse Ventura color commentate from the late 80s.
One of the greatest is there's an Ultimate Warrior Rick Rude match from SummerSlam 89, and Monsoon's on vacation, I guess, because it's Jesse Ventura and Tony Schiavone, and all the respect that he shows Monsoon, he does not show an ounce of respect.
None.
And at one point, I think the Warrior uses a chair on Rick Rude, and Schiavone tries to justify. Jesse's like, hey, look, he's cheating. And by the way, Jesse's right. The babyface is cheating. And Schiavone's like, well, it's outside of the ring. And Jesse just loses it. He's like, what if he shoots him? What if he brings a gun to the ring? You're even stupider than Monsoon. You just start screaming at him.
Oh, my God. I actually, in the airport one time, I can't remember, whenever Jesse started doing color commentary, at that point, I was coming, I think it was maybe in between Dallas and Crockett, sometime in 85 maybe. And I'm walking down the concourse of an airport somewhere, and there comes Jesse Ventura. And, of course, I knew him from Memphis in 83, and I'd driven him to a couple of spot shows on the weekends after Memphis TV. So I was like, Jesse, how you doing? He said, hey, how are you? I can't do Jesse, right? But I said, well, I'd heard that he had been – that's when he had the blood clot business. But I heard that he'd just been injured. He wasn't working. He was out of the ring for whatever reason. And so I said, so I heard you were off. And he said, well, I've just finished. I've come back from doing 16 Titan tapes. The commentary because I've had blood clots. I think it's because of Agent Orange from Vietnam. I said, okay, well, good. Well, it's good you're doing tapes there. And, and he said, all right, I've got to go catch the flight. And that's, I think that may be the last time I've spoken to Jesse because I haven't been around him anywhere except, no, I would have said hello. Wasn't he at Super Brawl? He was at Super Brawl 93 when we did that. Perhaps so, yeah.
I saw him there or perhaps at Plato's Retreat. One or the other.
Possibly. You never know.
Remember he used to wear the Plato's Retreat T-shirt on TV in New York when he would do the promos?
Yes. And you know what? And it's a shame that they have ruined New York City, with all this fucking Disney crap and family shit in Times Square instead of the swingers clubs and the goddamn live porn theaters that people go to New York City to patronize.
With all due respect to you, I've been in New York with you. And I agree with you about how they've ruined it in New York. I completely agree with you. However, I know old New York. You would not have left your hotel room in New York. And you know that's true.
Oh, fuck, I didn't want to leave it when I was there.